What's going on, everybody? Revolver here, and today we have the season 22 patch notes breakdown. Let's get into it. I have not looked at anything yet, so we're gonna be doing this live. All right, Apex Legends Shockwave patch notes. Get charged up for Shockwave's launch with class perks, balance, and legend updates, and more. New energy, more actions. Grab the squad because the games have a whole new energy. Drop back in the fight with revivals. For your power surge with Akimbo, use new battle sense features to narrow in on your enemies in the heat of the fight, and more updates that could make the Outlands legendary for you all. Hone your skills at Bot Royale, new heights in E-District, and customize stat trackers to suit your needs or your ships. And you'll automatically unlock 3 new ones for logging in this season. Time to tap in Legend. Okay, so new map, E-District. This map was designed to offer players a fresh and innovative experience while it retains the core elements that define a great Apex map. We also pushed the boundaries of incorporating numerous buildings, emphasizing verticality and creating varied landscapes. These changes ensure some of the most diverse fights at end-ring locations across the map. Please be comp ready. Okay, the current map rotation is going to be Broken Moon, E-District, and Storm Point, which means ranked will at least be decent one day out of the week. Hopefully two. Hopefully two. I mean, Broken Moon's not atrocious, but come on. Hopefully E-District's good. As an introduction to our newest map, E-District will be the dedicated feature map for a limited time. Let the energy of the neon lights energize your squad. Each pub match for the first week, each ranked match for the first 72 hours of the season. Controller and Recon class perks. This season, we're beginning a much more intentional push on what classes mean to the core of the game by bringing new tactical class passives to the Controller and Recon classes. Both will continue to bring strategic depth to their squad via interactions with survey beacons and ring consoles, but now they'll have intrinsic power that better supports their role in the team. So we read about this already a little bit, right? So Controller class, new class perk, Zone Overcharge. When a character is now in the next safe zone, Zone automatically gives an overcharge of 25 shield capacity. That's huge. This capacity is permanent while a player remains in zone. The white ring area on the map, overcharge is lost when leaving zone after a 5-second delay. They're buffing fucking zone. I love to hear it. They buffing zone. This is awesome. I love the idea of buffing zone playstyle. Zone overcharge will not extend beyond red. If a player requires a shield core that overcharges beyond this extra zone capacity, the additional overcharge will still drain normally, but the zone overcharge will remain. Okay, so if you're on blue and you pick up a red, it'll drop down to purple, although it still shows as blue because you're not getting the extra perks. New quality of life, remote pickup. You can pick up characters from wherever. Control Legends are the best from playing for a zone position this season, rewarding the behavior in Legends. We don't want to skim the edge of the battle hunting for Evo. Instead, allow them to maintain equal footing on their armor when playing to their strengths. Gain knowledge for the next ring, and keeping a good position will be important to maintaining this advantage. Additionally, we noticed many newer players to the controller class struggling with managing their tacticals. This takes a step towards making it more desirable to experiment with traps or to feel more comfortable setting up shop with less worry about having to abandon your entire setup to move to a slightly better building because you can pick things up remotely. Recon class, new class perk, Threat Vision. Recon Legends now gain Threat Vision when aiming down sights. This is basically Bloodhound's ultimate during ADS. It doesn't work through walls, smoke, anything like that, and it's limited. Survey beacons, it takes 3 seconds to rip one instead of 7.5. Shortened range of about 500 meters. No longer randomly distributed, and now all will be turned on with every map. Okay, so now you're guaranteed to get one on every single POI. That's huge. Scanning now grants 75 Evo. Okay. Now pulses 3 times over 15 seconds. We just pulse taking a snapshot of enemies in range for 5 seconds. Huge. Now release a large in-world scan wave that players can spot to identify an activated beacon. Enemies no longer receive a scan message. Enemy scan will be displayed along the edges of the minimap even if they're not in. I like that. I like that a lot. Dev note, they're about enemy intel and tracking, which is a core part of the character's play pattern, but to date, only class benefit was something that players had to sneak out via survey beacons or reaching up. Scouting roll, okay. Stat trackers, you can now put them on anything. Which is cool. Shockwave Battle Pass. Okay, so you can get the opportunity at the Premium Battle Pass for free. This is kind of their way of saying I'm sorry for doing dumb shit earlier because they were trying to get us to pay real money. Play 2 matches in trios on a specific map. Deal 1,000 damage as a recon or controller legend in BR. Open 15 supply bins. Deal 500 damage in BR with a specific weapon. Complete 10 levels of the battle pass, and boom, you get it for free. Cool. Patched notes. Okay, this is what we're really here for, right, chat? This is what we're here for. All right. There's no chat. I'm recording this offline. Whatever. Moving on. Cynical. This is what we're here for. Care package. Okay, so the EVA 8 returns to the floor. And a bunch of stuff got buffed. It got changed. The blast pattern size is all that's been changed on all of the shotguns. That's all been redone and changed to be more consistent. Now takes boosted loader. Quick load overflows by 2. Slight increase to recoil. R9 enters the care package. ADS strafe speed increased. Improved recoil. Damage. New feature damage fall off. Damage increased to 14 at range. Damage falls off to 10 at 11 plus meters. No movement penalty when equipped. No movement penalty? No movement penalty? No. Guys, you understand that that's the Maggie passive with the shotgun, right? But now anytime you have an R9, there's no movement. You just run. Woo, woo, woo. We're going to have some fun. Evo cash spawn rate for the first wave increased to 100%. Was 50%. Okay, so now you're guaranteed to get an Evo cash in the first wave of weapons. Mozambique, Akimbo, P2020, Akimbo, R301, Rampage, and Sentinel are the gold weapons. Gameplay updates. Console crossplay to PC lobbies. Aim assist strength reduced by 18%. Console performance mode crossplay into PC lobbies. Aim assist strength reduced by 22%. Controller on PC. Aim assist strength reduced by 25%. Dev note, we value our accessibility as a cross-platform game, but it's equally as important for us to monitor that ecosystem. Experiential stories from all types of players tracks the data we're seeing when it comes to encounter win rate between different peripherals, meaning M&K versus Roller. They're saying Roller is running over M&K players. Apex is a competitive shooter, and so you put aim assist is too strong. Aim assist will never be removed as a crucial accessibility feature. Console lobbies remain unaffected. This only impacts players on controllers and PC lobbies. Our most competitive ecosystem. This change does not solve the intricacies of all aim assist hot topics, but it should help level the playing field. Okay, at least they know that that tells me that they're not just straight up being like, "Oh, guys, we nerfed aim assist. Fucking deal with it." Like, if it's not the fix that they want, they're gonna continue to mess with it, and that's a good thing. Aim flinch. Aim flinch has been removed from all weapons and most abilities. I'm sure there's still some abilities that stun, right? I'm sure if you get Gibby ulted or Newcastle ulted near you, your screen's still gonna shake. You're still gonna get flinch, which makes sense. I mean, there's some real shit going down, you know. Dead, let's be honest. No one really had love for aim flinch and made the call to eliminate it from all weapons and most legend abilities. However, there's some legend abilities to benefit from the additional feedback, like dunking on someone with a Newcastle ult. Hey, we'll keep an eye on abilities that made an additional feedback. We'll see how this change affects the game. This could be really weird. Very few games don't have aim flinch. Like, very few games nowadays don't have aim flinch, so it's gonna be very weird trying to get used to it. A lot of people use it to help them to understand when they have when their shields are broken. So it's gonna be a lot of people are gonna have to kind of relearn a lot of things, but I think it's better for the game overall for sure. Definitely a big buff to PC. I mean, to M&K, and still definitely a buff to Roller. I think it's a buff to everybody, but I think it's a bigger buff to M&K for sure, because we were getting knocked completely off where like aim assist was like kind of holding it a little bit in certain situations. Loot bin, Uncle Ben. Starting with Shockwave, all loot bins will close and reroll their loot with a significantly increased chance at high tier and rare loot at the midway point of the match. Bins that have been rerolled will appear slightly differently, ones that have never been opened. After the reset, multiple bins will convert into legendary loot bins that provide smart loot, guaranteeing the contents to be relevant upgrades for a squad. This is huge. This is another big zone buff, and just in general, it's a buff for comp too. If you've ever played comp, if you've ever watched me play comp, if you've ever watched comp in general, you can tell you see that how often you get to endgame and you've got 2 batteries, 4 cells, and 5 bullets to spare across the entire team, because you just haven't been able to go get a death box. This is going to be very helpful, and it's going to make late game spots around bins higher value, right? So now we're going to have to, when I'm figuring out my macro, in comp, I'm gonna have to go, okay, well, which spots have a bunch of bins? What playable spot has like 6 or 7 or 12 or 14 bins that are gonna shut and I can reopen later on in the game when that resets, allowing me to re-up on my loot, get better attachments, that kind of thing, when not having to go anywhere. That's going to be a really big, really interesting thing, and it's really going to affect the POI draft. It's going to affect a lot of different things. Mythic bin. One mythic bin will spawn on the match with 1 random care package weapons. Gold versions of the weapons of those the squad is running at the time of the opening bin. Okay, so you'll just get a gold whatever gun you have. Medical supplies and grenades. Huge. Large XP bonus to the squad. Oh, I hope they mean Evo. I hope they mean Evo bonus. I hope they mean Evo bonus, because I don't give a fuck about XP. I hope they mean Evo. Mythic bins are locked and require players to hold and interact with them for cracked open. Another reason to have smoke grenades displayed on the map and minimap. Loot pool. Reduce the spawn rate of purple and gold attachments by about 50%. Wow, access to high-tier attachments in the early game have started to feel too common, which results in squashing the power progression over the course of a match. By reducing the amount of high-tier loot in the early game, players will be fighting on more even terms. To compensate for this reduction, loop in reset. Interesting. Okay. Reorganization. This is going to be really interesting right here, chat. This is actually going to be really interesting. This right here, this is going to be really, really interesting. Like, this is not something we had heard about, but this could be really interesting. Okay, they redid the death boxes in Global Black Market. Healing items now have a dedicated row. Love to see that. And have been removed from consumables category. Love to see that. Shield cores have been moved to the top of the gear category. Love to see that. I know it's going to be a little bit higher. It's going to be a little bit higher than where it is currently, but it's not terrible. These items are critical to a player's successions in the Outland. Bring them to the top of the consistent position. Should expedite looting process and eliminate some tedious scrolling for players. This is a roller buff for sure. This is a roller buff. It's a roller buff we like to see. MNK players love to point out that roller players don't have great access to controlling in looting in a box. It's very dangerous. I have to do a lot of, I can't shoot, I have to drop and loot and do that kind of stuff because I'm the only MNK player and I'm the only person that can do that. This is going to make that easier. It's going to make it less of a big deal, less reliable, or I'm going to have to do it less. It's going to make things a lot easier. Traversal. Mentally at the same time in the same spot as teammate no longer forces both players to drop. Ankle grabbing is gone. Finally, dude, this is going to make a huge difference in comp. The amount of times that you just can't make a climb up play because you have to climb up one at a time because of the space that you have available to you to climb up. And so you climb up one at a time and then you die one at a time because that's how Apex works. If you climb up one at a time, if you swing a person one at a time, if you walk in one at a time, you die one at a time. If you go up as 3, it's different. It's going to be really interesting. I'm going to see, you know, I really am curious to what it's going to be like to, okay, all 3 of us just climb up, biggest shield goes first, and they're just going to dump ammo, and I'm just curious to how that's going to work. Battle sense, better ammo and awareness and feedback. Critical ammo state will now kick in when a player has 0 relevant ammo in their inventory. On-screen low ammo indicators, click on earlier. That's good. Indicator also displays the icon of the ammo type. That's good. Pinging for ammo will now display the ammo icon in the kill feed. That's helpful for a quick check. When emptying a weapon of all reserve ammo, will now automatically ping that the player is in need of ammo. That's huge. When looking at ammo on the ground, the tooltip that displays compatibility with any of your current equipped weapons. Interesting. Running out of ammo is never fun, and our low ammo states were set up in a way that it didn't provide much time or information for players to act on. These changes intended to set players up. Okay, that's not going to affect us at all. That's not gonna, this isn't going to affect comp. Like in any way, this is a newer player thing, which I like. You know, I am all for lowering the skill floor. I want to lower the skill floor, raise the skill ceiling, so that the worst of the worst players, anybody that wants to play the game, anybody that wants to try the game can play the game. This is very helpful for that. There's a lot of stuff going on, and managing your inventory is not going to be the first thing on a newer player's mind. So having this is really, really huge. Enemy health bars. When damaging an enemy, players now shown the enemy's armor and health state. This health bar is only active for a brief time after dealing damage and then fades away. Health bars like enemy highlights require direct line of sight. Love this. Absolutely huge. All of this right here, MNK buff. Crazy. And so one of the things I love about this too is it's a direct MNK buff. It answers a lot of questions the community's been asking and a lot of issues the community's been bringing up about inability to see targets through visual clutter, right? That's been a huge problem. Inability to see targets through visual clutter has been a huge issue. And the way they did it is they said, hey guys, we're going to lower the skill floor a little bit by adding enemy highlights and enemy health bars, and we're going to act like that's all it's doing, but in reality it saves, it's just a huge buff for MNK players. We love to see it. We love to see it. We love to see it. Enemy highlight. Enemy players will now be highlighted with a red outline, similar to how allies are highlighted with a blue one. The highlight is most prominent at close ranges, and intensity fades at targets further away. I don't let us say. You can breathe now, Bangalore. Nah, this is huge. This is huge. This is huge. A while back on stream, I won a 1v1 in smoke because I smoked my feet, killed the guy, and I went, it's sad that it's actually easier for me to see somebody in a smoke because of the white outline they get than it is when neither of us are in a smoke, because especially during an energy weapon meta, I can't see shit past their tracers, my tracers, their muzzle flash, snow and dust and shit flying up in the air. Like, I can't see them. And that's a huge problem when you're on M&K, because aim assist will kind of see for you to an extent. I can't do that. I don't have that. So if I can't see you, I can't shoot you. If I can't shoot you, I lose the fight. That's a problem. Okay, you look at games like Valorant, like Overwatch, that they have an outline around to help you understand where they are. Even kind of games like Counter-Strike, where they've done a great job of making the characters really pop. In a lot of, I know it's not always the case, CS players, shut the fuck up, but the fact that this is like visual clarity, I can see who I'm shooting at in 90% of cases, is fucking huge. So important. Visual clarity and accurate information are imperative to a player's success. These new features, highlighting and health bars, are intended to level the playing field and combat the intensity of battle. This level the playing field, talk about controllers, by the way. No one likes mag dumping into their squad mate's back because they totally thought that was the enemy lifeline. I've done it. Experienced players can either develop the skill to call out health values of enemies based on the amount of damage they are dealing in the various shield levels, but for newer players, this can be a difficult task. Providing a visual aid for such critical information, we hope evens the playing field and can provide accurate and actual information that can be relayed to the whole squad. You can really call out that they are one shot. This is huge, super helpful, really going to be helpful with understanding exactly how much damage you've dealt. You don't have to do math on the fly anymore, which is nice. It will allow us to have slightly better callouts than I shit on him. Yeah, so. Absolutely huge. Okay. Ammo spawn rates for ammo and attachments. Energy ammo, reduced individual spawn rate. Light and heavy ammo, slightly increased to the individual spawn rate. Shotgun and sniper, increased to the individual spawn rate. So that means that you're going to see more of just a lone stack of ammo on the ground. For everything except for energy, we're going to see less, which is fine because energy is by far the most popular spawning one at the moment. Ammo stack changes. So we've already gone over this on stream a little bit. Light ammo is going to hold 72 now. It's going to be 24 instead of 20. Energy is going to go from 60 to 54. It's going to be 18 instead of 20. Shotgun goes from 20 from 16. It's going to be 10 instead of 8. Light ammo weapons have been overshadowed by our heavy energy arsenal for the last few seasons. With this set of changes, we should be able to help because you won't need to deal with Hal screaming, I need light ammo! Hop-ups. Disruptor's rounds have been removed from floor loot. Okay, bye-bye alternator. New hop-up gun shield generator used by all LMGs. Spitfire, Rampage, All-Star, Devotion. When aiming down sights, automatically deploy a frontal gun shield. That's a Gibby arm shield, basically. Gun shield absorbs 40 damage. It's recharged, so cooldown's 12 seconds. Improves Gibby's gun shield to 75, and it actually gets a little bit bigger, I believe, too. Weapons, Akimbo, dual wield 2 P2020 or 2 Mozambiques this season by finding and interacting with a second P2020 or Mozambique to automatically enter Akimbo mode. Aiming down the sights, tightens hipfire spread instead of actually looking down the sights. Attachments are mirrored to the second weapon, so you only need to get 1 light mag or 1 bolt. Both P2020 and Mozambique are fully automatic in the Akimbo, which is huge. That actually is a massive buff to P2020, just making it fully automatic. Increased rate of fire, longer reload times, makes sense. You gotta reload both guns. Magazine sizes doubled per gun, I believe. I could be wrong on that. Optics are disabled within Akimbo, makes sense. Toggle select fire to holster your second weapon and re-enable your optic. LMGs, all LMGs now benefit from reverse hipfire mechanic found in the care package Devotion. At all times? At all times. Wow. Okay. 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 Wow. Wow. Okay, so I had originally thought that that was just with this hop up. But it's not. Yo, that's fucking insane. That's insane. It's going to be LMG Central, baby. LMG shotgun is really what they want. LMG shotgun's what they really want. Ooh. Does that mean that Rampart's going to be a bit more meta? I don't know. LMGs are great at suppressing enemies and unloading huge bags of consistent damage, but they can't compete with our more aggressive weapon types and raw damage output, so trying new vectors of strength. Defense and consistency. The gun shield generators intended to allow players to challenge higher DPS weapons in a new way that plays into their fantasy more than just increasing damage, while the reverse hipfire mechanic provides a more consistent close range option. Give me a... Oh, Lord. Oh, give me a spitty. Give me a spitty. And it's going to be, give me a purple mag spitty, and it's going to be target practice. Purple mag spitty, target practice. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be fucking target switching practice. I'm going to be out here aim training on these fools. Okay? Because that's what happens when I get a fucking devotion. I just go, like, aim training on these fools. It's going to be crazy. Alternator. Okay, so let's get to the rest of the weapons. Alternator. Mag size changes. Each mag gets an additional bullet. Mag changes, same for the car. Devotion care package, slightly buffed. Gun shield generator added. Reverse hip fire improved. And MG reload speed decreased. Flatline is getting a slight nerf. This is the big one right here. I didn't even realize that a white mag was 4 extra bullets. It's kind of fucking crazy. But then it's just a 1 bullet reduction outside of that. Hipfire accuracy significantly reduced on the Havoc. Hopefully that seriously makes a fucking difference. It'd be so great to not have Havoc anymore. I would love to not have to play in a fucking Havoc meta anymore. Hemlock burst delay slightly increased. That's the shots between bursts, like time between bursts. Damage reduction, 1 damage per bullet. Magazine size reduction, no change, 1 less burst across the board for white and blue. Hemlock and Havoc have both been overperforming. These changes are intended to bring them more in line with the rest of the weapon roster. P2020, we already kind of went over those. Stiffy, pellet, change. They reduced the pellet count and made it more kind of standard. Shotguns have been feeling inconsistent lately, so we're swinging lately. So we're taking a swing and improve that consistency without cranking up total damage up, reducing pellet count, and increasing the per pellet damage, overhead damage belt. Peacekeeper, nice buff. We're going to see how this goes. It's definitely going to be interesting here. R301 mag change. Big mag buff on the R301. Big mag buff on the R301. 3 bullets across the board. 3 bullets across the board. Huge. Rampage, increased projectile size when wrapped up. We're going to be getting a little bit of practice with that. Legends, do class perks adjustments. Controller legends, we already did this. Recon legends, we already did this. Alter, Void Nexus, channel time when knocked decreased to 2 seconds. Huge. Chase portal duration decreased to 8 seconds, was 10 seconds. So that's how long the thing is open after you take it. Chase portal opening delay increased to 8 seconds, was 6 seconds. So now you have 8 seconds to get back. Instead of 6 seconds. Increased travel speed to voice nexus by about 40%. Alt cooldown reduced by 30 seconds. When knocked, you can travel to a friendly void nexus without looking at it by Yo! When you're knocked and at your most vulnerable, take the time to locate an object in the world and look at it for a period of time with no way to defend yourself. It was found risky. Move an option to press character action to destroy your own void nexus. So you literally can't do that. Common misconception that destroying would prevent people from following you. In actuality, it only prevented your teammates from using it. This feature was intended to be used only when Alter felt this placement was unsafe. In practice, though, it was rarely used this way and mostly resulted in Alter destroying her own void nexus when trying to thank her teammates. That's good. It's a good thing that they did that. She gets access to ring consoles now. So what they want her to be is we're going to go get in zone, and then we're just going to fight that team, and then fight that team, and then fight that team, and then we're going to fight that team, and then we're going to fight that team, and we're going to keep going back to our spot. Lock-on time decreased to 0.1 seconds, was 0.3. I don't give a shit about that. Crypto. Here's going to be the other crypto thing. Crypto might actually be huge. This might actually become a crypto fucking meta. Okay, we knew about this. Okay, we knew about this. Okay, improved satellite imagery. Okay, it's called cloaking drone. When hidden for sight, Crypto's cloaking will still emit a close range cloaking sound to assess his location. Ability to scans will still reveal his location. Threat vision related skills will not reveal Crypto. His ult now scans everyone and hits for 4 seconds. Anyone hits for 4 seconds and will track through walls. 4 seconds of fucking... Oh my god. 4 seconds of fucking... Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. Lordy, 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 lord. Crypto's upgrades were looking pretty one-sided, so we made changes at both tiers to reveal the dominant choices with new options that Crypto's finally going off the grid, which should make players feel more safe with playing the drone. Improvement safe EMP blast. We're also pushing the fun of a more responsive drone into every player's hands. Lifeline upgrade. It's replaced the gold Evo cache with a battery. That's a gigantic nerf. That's a fucking huge nerf. That's insane. Rampart. Sheila ammo drains from pip charge with use. What that basically means, maximum replace turrets allowed is now 1. I thought it was always 1. Need 1 pip of ultimate charge to draw or replace Sheila. No longer requires a full charge to equip. Now uses an ammo style ultimate model. Same style. Okay, so this is basically, they're just going to set it up so that her ult is the same setup as Vantage, so that, like, it regains, like, you don't have to use all your ammo in order to, like, get your ult back on cooldown. Seer, focus of attention. Health bar persists for the duration of silence. Heartbeat sensor. Passive move speed has been increased to weapon sprint speed. Okay, excuse me. Passive is now quieter when active. Okay, big buff to Seer. He needs it. He needs it. Focus scan removed. That was this, and now he gets this instead. Okay, I like that. Vantage, Echo relocation no longer requires LOS to Echo to launch. Can launch when LOS is blocked. Cannot cancel attack, make charge. Attack reticle will turn red when Echo's behind you and you are launching. Will slide around boxes in geometry as best as it can to reach Echo. Sniper's mark is now 2.5 instead of 2. Can hit reload when in alt to use an alt excel. Wow. Okay. Spotter's lens. Waypoint on ping within passive range of track enemy of 10 seconds. Will not show within 100 meters for each ally individually. Okay. Recon info added to all optics. Expanded massive scanning screen area to be more consistent. Alt reload also now doubles alt excel use speed in addition to providing 2 extra bullets. Wattson. Power pylon now regenerates shields charge. Huge. Power pylon double HP and alt shield regenerator recharges. And then this one is double shield generator and rate and capacity. It's crazy. It dies a lot faster, but it's crazy. Maps, pubs, and ranked rotation is going to be what we thought. New E-District, Urban Island District in the city of Sudomo on Gaia. 17 POIs, designed for verticality. CQC, I don't know what the fuck that means. Existing map at launch, first 72 hours, August 6th and 9th. Okay, modes, Bot Royale. We talked about this for brand new players, be great. Revival LTM featuring new respawn medic. Okay, we've already gone over this. Straight shot revival, we've done that before. Mixtape. Akimbo weapons are added. Mixtape map rotations can be Skulltown Habitat, Thunderdome Production Yard, the Corn Monument. Ooh, that means I can do some Monument. That means Monument will be in the map, and that means I can do some Monument 3v3s, which is nice. That's the first few days. Next week. Oh, are they changing it every week? Okay, well, I'm not gonna go through all that shit then. New player experience. Don't care about that. Ranked. Okay, we will implement a brand new reset rule at the beginning of the season. New season reset rules. No RP. Bronze to resets to bronze 4. Plat resets to bronze 3. 2 to bronze 2. Okay. So I got D4, so I'm going to go back to silver with 250 demotion protection. The goal is to reset players that do the season based on the performance, like in the rank league the previous season when the new season begins. This allows them to start battling from rank that best is the skill level, protecting newcomers and lowering players. Additionally, the portion of the achievements of higher. Okay, that's better. Because for a little while, they were just resetting everybody to the same. And so, like, the first, like, week of rank was a shit show because nobody tried because everybody just ran at each other. I don't care about ranked rumble. Improved end ring generation system. Bug fixes. Can no longer use death boxes through walls. Cleaning up disconnected players in mixtape. Firing range. Mythic weapons are no longer taken away after respawning. Fixed a storm point zip line that could kick players off too early. Fixed a bad actor ping crashes. Fixed prowler spawn den bullet collision hull. I don't know what the fuck that means. Okay. Adaptive super sampling. Okay. Death box. Death box getting stuck in doorways. Blocking should be lootable in broken doorways. Will now contain the shield core of the enemy if the enemy disconnected before dying. Legends, Altar's alt can no longer be used for free if you place it into a moving object and use it immediately. Bangalore's smoke highlight should no longer get blocked by other players. Fixed an issue that let players affected by Catalyst Ultimate see through bank smoke. Movement hitch when using Seer's passive while unarmed should no longer occur. Quality of life. Done. Yup. Okay. Graphics, large up performance motor next. Okay, cool. DX12. Cool. Move to adapt. Okay, cool. Alrighty, let's go. Fucking crazy, dude. This is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I'm super excited. I have no idea what the meta is going to be, but I do know that there's going to be a much higher, the zone meta is going to be much better. That alter crypto type shit is going to be really good. I can see a lot of different things like that. Like it's gonna be pretty crazy. I can see like alter crypto, Ash alter crypto, Newcastle alter crypto, and like another support like a lifeline or something. I can see a lot of different things there. So I think it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited. So, all right, we'll be live as soon as that shit drops. Video might be out after it drops. I don't know, but we'll be live. I might be live right now. You should go look. Twitch.tv/revolver_FPS. And it's all right down. It's right there. It's over there. It's over there. See, it's right there. You see it? It's right there. It says my TikTok right now. It's the same on all platforms. Right there. Oh, okay. Should have fuck grab my editor. Bye.